dear brothers and sisters, as we know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us the Holy Quran as a guide for our lives. If we want to be successful, we need to read the Quran and follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, as we know, in the month of Ramadan, it is the month in which the Quran was revealed. So we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our knowledge and guidance of the Quran. Did you know that there is one surah in the Quran named after a spider? Yes, a spider. They could be those tiny household insects, or there's obviously severely large ones. The surah is Surah Ankabut. The word for spider in Arabic is Ankabut. So, Surah Ankabut, Surah 29, verse 1. And indeed, the weakest of homes is the home of the spider. So, that was the verse from Surah Ankabut, which is Surah 29, verse 41. I think the entire verse is used as a metaphor for comparing the frail web of a spider to people who ask for protection from other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah made the spiders. The surah we were reading from Surah Ankabut, which is spider. Brother Ali, what's a spider's home called?
A web.
Yes. A web. It's a silky thread. A web is a silky thread, and they use this to spin webs for their houses. But their webs are not strong, and they can be broken easily, which is what Allah is trying to tell us in this verse. Yeah, webs are, they take spiders, they make their homes, and obviously webs are very easy to break, like using, they're very easy to break. Brother, can you tell us the word for today? Repeat the word.
Ankabut.
Our Arabic word. And what does it mean?
Spider.
That is correct. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best to help and the best to protect you. We have to know that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one we should turn to. When Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was being thrown in the fire, he believed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was going to protect him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did. He cooled the fire down. But what would happen if Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did not trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Would that have happened? Because as we know, no one can protect you but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, what would have happened if Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam hadn't went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then he would have, turned into something else besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because I think in the story that, the angel Jibreel also came to him, and there was like angels or something, and they said that they could get him out of the fire. But he said that, he didn't need that, and he said he would only trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he did, and as we know, he went into the, they threw in the fire, and the fire turned into like flowers. So
A garden.
A garden. Well, flowers are in a garden, so. Brother, could you read us a story about spider? We have a caller?
Assalamu alaikum. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is a live show.
Live show?
Yes. Could you call back later?
I want to talk to Huma. I want to give the donation.
Yes. We'll call you back.
She's not there?
No, she's not here right now.
You can connect me?
No, she's not here right now, but I'll tell her to call you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Yes, that is correct. The donation line is just so, Brother Ali, could you
The story is the spider in the cave. Prophet Muhammad awoke with the start. What was that noise? He pulled his cloak tightly around him for the warmth, and he sat absolutely still and listened. Here in Makkah, he knew that he had many enemies. When the Prophet Muhammad began preaching about Allah and telling people to get rid of the idols they worshipped, many people became very angry. They had worshipped their idols for a long time, and besides that, the idols in the Kaaba brought trade and money to Mecca. People would not change their ways because Prophet Muhammad said they should. Everyone knew that there were people plotting to kill Prophet Muhammad, but no one knew when. Prophet Muhammad and his friends made plans to leave Mecca for Medina, where the people there were keen to have him as their leader. On hearing this noise, a quick prayer came from the Prophet on their plans to leave Mecca. Prophet Muhammad's lips and then awoke his Imam Ali, who was sleeping close by. "It is time," said the Prophet. Prophet Muhammad's cloak, and Imam Ali would take Prophet Muhammad's cloak and pretend to be asleep in the Prophet's bed. That would give them more time to get away. It was all important to make sure Prophet Muhammad had reached Medina safely. Imam Ali lay down on the Prophet's mat, the sweat glistening on his forehead. His eyes were wide open, and he was listening for the slightest sound. The Prophet slipped away quietly while Imam Ali heard the voice saying, "Muhammad is asleep at dawn. When he steps out of the door, you will silence him forever." By dawn, the Prophet and his companions were long gone. The group of assassins crept quietly around the house where Imam Ali was sleeping. They flung open the door, but stopped, astonished to find only Imam Ali was there. He was too young to be any of importance. The assassins hollowed with disappointment and were so surprised that they allowed Imam Ali to push past them and walk out of the house towards the Kaaba. Meanwhile, Prophet Muhammad and Abu Bakr had avoided the road from Mecca to Medina, where they would have been seen and caught for certain. They were on foot. They were on foot climbing rock slopes in the caves near Mecca. They were covered in dust, exhausted and thirsty. By nightfall they reached the caves, but they could hear the hooves of their enemies' horses close behind them. Abu Bakr began to despair. "What shall we do?" he said. "There are only two of us." Prophet Muhammad pulled him inside the nearest cave. "You are mistaken," he said. "There are three of us." Footsteps could be heard at the mouth of the cave. Abu Bakr held his breath. Then a voice was heard. "No, they can't be in here. It is covered with spiders' webs and nests, branches. No one has been in here since Prophet Muhammad was born." There was the sound of people moving away, horses' hooves fading in the distance. Abu Bakr let out a long sigh. He praised God, but he was too terrified to move. And what did they mean, spiders, webs, nests, and branches? He opened his eyes. The cave did not look the same. Over the entrance was indeed a beautiful silver spider's web. Above it, a low branch with a nest where a dove sat, cooing gently. "How did it happen?" asked Abu Bakr, but the Prophet simply turned to his friend and smiled. When the two were certain the enemy had gone, they left the cave and protecting them and continued their journey safely to Medina. So, Syed, do you have any thoughts on the story?
Yes, this story is an example of to only depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, the spider web went over, the spider went over the thing and it built, put its web there. So the people, they went away because they thought, no one could be over here. The spider webs, this is like really old. So, it shows the blessing of the spiders that, they can make their webs and it actually helped Prophet Muhammad. I'm not going to read a fact about spiders. Spiders are arachnids, not insects. Oh, really?
Yeah, arachnids.
There's obviously different types of spiders. There's, the common household ones. And then there's the really big ones like tarantulas, and those are those the dangerous ones?
Tarantulas aren't dangerous.
Which are the
Black widows.
Black widows. Yeah, those are the ones. Are those the ones that are also I think poisonous?
Yeah, because they have a red dot on their stomach. That's how you can tell them.
Yeah, and obviously there's a lot of other types of spiders. There's a lot of types. We're gonna read another story about why you should, depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After years and years of murder and slavery, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a man to the nation that had suffered much. He willed that this man was to take them from the darkness of oppression to the light of freedom, from the murderer to the just ruler. He ordered Prophet Musa alayhi salam to take the children of Israel from the clutches of Pharaoh and cross into the blessed lands. As they escaped running for their lives through the night, Pharaoh was notified. He followed them with his army and his cavalry. The children of Israel were struck right in front of the Red Sea. Some of them despaired, some of them cursed Prophet Musa alayhi salam for only bringing them more trouble, while some just kept looking back at the approaching army of Pharaoh. Prophet Musa alayhi salam prayed, "Most certainly my Lord is with me, he will guide me." Allah ordered Prophet Musa alayhi salam to strike the sea with his staff, and the sea split. He trusted in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala split the sea for him. Brother Ali, what do you think about this story?
I mean, well, Spider, he had trust in Allah because, obviously you can just if you hit the staff use a staff and hit the ocean, it's not going to open up. But if you have trust in Allah, I mean, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah,
That's why he opened it.
Yeah,
if you didn't have trust in Allah, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, in the movie, I'm not sure if this actually happened, but in the movie, he struck the staff, and then the sea parted, and then, actually, I think this did happen, and then Pharaoh and his army tried to run after them, and then when they got on the other side, then the sea closed. So, and of course, Pharaoh, he died there, so. I'm now going to ask our first question. Which surah was revealed in respect of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? A. Surah Dar, B. Surah Fatiha, or C. Surah Baqarah? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, 925-523-3766. You don't have to call in and answer the question. You can call in and read a surah of Quran, surah from the Quran, or if you want to share with us your experience fasting, or or if you know any extra facts about spiders, you can say that too. Also, you'd have the chance to win not to win, you will receive one of these books. It is that's where it usually goes. The book. It is a good book. If I could only show you. I depend on Allah to give me the book. Oh my gosh. You don't understand. Oh. We just received it. This book is Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So if you'd like to call in, you could receive this book. So I'll repeat the question. Which surah was revealed in respect of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? A. Surah Dar, B. Surah Fatiha, or C. Surah Baqarah? If you'd like to call, please have the number on the screen, 925-523-3766. Another fact about spiders is other members of the arachnid family include scorpions, mites, ticks, and harvestmen. Brother Ali? Were you aware that scorpions were also, and the other things I mentioned, were also arachnids?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but probably not.
Yeah, so they're actually, of the same family of arachnids. So even ticks. So that's pretty incredible. Another fact is spiders have 8 legs while insects have 6. So obviously the spiders have 8 legs, so that helps them make their webs. So I'll repeat the question. Which surah was revealed in respect of the holy of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? A. Surah Dar, B. Surah Fatiha, or C. Surah Baqarah? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, 925-523-3766. Brother Ali, could you read us oh, never mind. Like we mentioned, we have to try to read more Quran in this month. It's already, I believe, the 17th. So, actually, is today the 17th. So, as we know, the 19th is the Shahadat of Imam Ali alayhi salam, as well as one of the nights that they say the Quran was revealed, Laylatul Qadr. So, we have to make sure that we do a lot on that night and definitely read a lot of Quran on that night because it's a very important night, as we know. I'll repeat the question. Which surah was revealed in respect of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? A. Surah Dar, B. Surah Fatiha, or C. Surah Baqarah? Brother Ali, do you have any idea which surah was revealed in respect of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam?
Is it B?
No, it is not. Would you like to try again?
A?
That is correct. We have a caller. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Munster, and I'm calling from 50 Shops.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yeah.
What is the best month mentioned in the Holy Quran? A. Rajab, B. Shaban, or C. Ramazan?
C.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
What's your question? Thank you for calling. Laugh is 7, I say. That was kind of shady. Took a long time to think of its actress. Just kidding. Our next question is,
what is the best night mentioned in the Holy Quran? A. Thursday night, B. the night of Qadr, or C. the night of Eid? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen,
925-523-3766. If you call in, you could also have a chance to receive this book. Brother Munster will also receive one of these books. It doesn't have to be particularly this book. This one talks about Imam Hussein alayhi salam. There are others from the 14 Masumeen. So, if you'd like to call in to receive this book, please dial the number on the screen, 925-523-3766. Another fact about spiders is spiders don't have antennas while insects do. So we were mentioning some of the differences between spiders and insects. As we know, spiders have 8 legs and insects have 6. Spiders don't have antennas while insects do have antennas. Like, ants have antennas and,
Okay, so what's your least favorite insect?
Well, I think probably ants. Because ants are so small.
It's not that they're so small, there's so many.
Yes, we were mentioning on our last show, ants, as we know, they go in like colonies and stuff. So whenever they collect food, they can actually hold a lot more than their weight. So that's
How many times?
I'm not sure.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name? Where are you
Where are you
calling from?
My name is Velayat, and I'm calling from Canada.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Which is the best night mentioned in the Holy Quran? Thursday night, night of Qadr, or night of Eid?
Night of Qadr.
Correct.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. What's your question? Thank you for calling. Allah Hafiz. Have a nice day.
You too.
Yes, that is correct. The most important night mentioned in the Holy Quran is the night of Qadr. Obviously, these are all good nights. Thursday night is definitely a good night. The night of Eid, my favorite holiday, the night of Eid. So, yeah. So those are all important nights, but obviously it's Night of Qadr's number one. So, Brother Ali, would you like to ask our next question?
Yes. What is the biggest animal mentioned in the Holy Quran? A, the giraffe, B, the rhino, or C, the elephant?
Another fact is spiders are found on every continent on the world except Antarctica.
Ant? That's because they're full of ants.
So that makes sense. Antarctica's obviously cold, so
Yeah, and full of
obviously
ants.
spiders can't survive there, so that would make sense. So they're on every single continent. So obviously, like the more dangerous ones are probably in like Australia maybe. Those are where the dangerous spiders are, but otherwise, the household spiders are everywhere. Brother Ali, could you repeat our question?
Yes. What is the biggest animal mentioned in the Holy Quran? A, the giraffe, B, a rhino, or C, an elephant? And Brother Syed, how many continents do you think ants are on?
Probably every continent except for Antarctica.
That's probably right. Wait.
Because Antarctica, as we know, has a cold climate, so
Even in Hawaii?
probably. Another fact about ants are there are around 40,000 different species of spider. So 40,000. Brother Ali, how many do you think you can name? And there's 40,000.
I don't know. Tarantula.
I know, so, we couldn't really name that many, and there's, so many spiders. Of course, they're on every single continent, so there has to be a lot
Daddy
of,
longleg.
Types.
Joe spiders, regular ones.
Could you repeat our question?
The question is, what is the biggest animal mentioned in the Holy Quran?
You have a caller?
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam alaikum. I'm Mark from California.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother Ali?
The question is, what is the biggest animal mentioned in the Holy Quran? A, a giraffe, B, the hippo, B, a rhino, or C, an elephant?
Elephant.
Did you say elephant?
Yes.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Allah Hafiz, have a nice day. Yes, that is correct. The answer is C, the elephant. As we know, elephants were mentioned in, the story of Abraha. He came to destroy the Kaaba, and he came with an army of elephants, but he wanted to destroy the Kaaba with the elephants, but the elephants, they wouldn't destroy the Kaaba, of course, because it's the holy place. So, of course, they didn't destroy it. And,
yes. What year was Prophet Muhammad born, Syed?
no idea.
The year of the elephant?
Yes, the year of the elephant.
Got you.
Talking about exact dates, I'm not particularly sure.
I said what year?
Well, yeah. So could you ask our next question?
What is the Arabic word for sun? A, noon, B, dahr, or C, shams?
If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen.
925-523-3766.
Oh, and Brother Eli, random question. How do you say spider in Arabic?
Ankabut.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Like we were mentioning, Surah Ankabut, spider in Arabic is Ankabut. So if you're ever in a country where they speak Arabic and you see a spider, make sure to scream Ankabut. That's the word. So, Brother Ali, could you repeat the question?
What is the Arabic word for sun? A, noon, B, dahr, or C, shams?
Another fact about spiders is most spiders make silk, which they use to create spider webs and capture prey. So obviously, whenever you see a spider web, if it's around your house or something, those are what spiders use to, capture flies and stuff, and then they have their food.
Brother Syed,
Yes, really.
which one do you like better, a beetle or a cockroach?
Neither. Our another fact is abandoned spider webs are called cobwebs. So, in like movies or something where they go in a room and it's like an abandoned house or something. It's cobwebs. Spider webs are the web spiders normally use. Well, cobwebs aren't. We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Masood and I'm calling from California.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother Ali?
What is the Arabic word for sun? A. Noon, B. Dar, or C. Shams?
C.
That is correct.
Allahumma
Allahumma
salli ala
salli
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Khudafis.
Khudafis, have a nice day.
You too.
We'll make sure to send you this book. Yes, as soon as we get your address. Just kidding. Brother Ali, could you ask our next question?
Which surah is called the heart of the Quran? A. Surah Yasin, B. Surah Ikhlas, or C. Surah
C Surah. That was confusing.
C. Surah Shams.
Yes. If you'd like to call, please have the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. So like I was mentioning, the spider webs, just the regular one, they're just webs. But the abandoned ones that spiders don't use anymore are called cobwebs. So another fact about spiders are most spiders are harmless to humans. But a few spider species, such as a black widow, can bite humans and inject venom. Deaths from spider bites are rare, however. So, most spiders are harmless. Like if you see, like a normal spider. But like we mentioned, black widows, they do have, they can bite humans and, they're poisonous. So they inject their venom. But, the deaths are rare, so.
Yeah, because if a spider bites you, just turn into
But
Spider-Man.
aren't black widows in they're like,
Africa.
Yeah, like Africa and maybe Australia.
Maybe Costa Rica.
I'm not sure about that, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they're only rare because if a spider bites you, just turn into a spider.
Yeah, because most spiders are harmless, so. Brother Ali, could you repeat our question?
Which surah is called the heart of the Quran? A. Surah Yasin, B. Surah Ikhlas, or C. Surah Shams? Surah.
Also, if you call in, you could receive one of these books. Not this exact book. Well, actually, it could be. Because we have more of these. But, it could be one of the 14 Masumeen. So, if you want to learn about one of the 14 Masumeen, then you want this book. So, if you'd like to call, please have the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Another fact about spiders is an abnormal fear of spiders is called arachnophobia. So, if somebody has an unusual fear of spiders, they're really scared of spiders, that is called arachnophobia.
Do you have arachnophobia?
No. But obviously, if I see a spider, you don't want to be standing near it. So, we have a caller?
Assalamu alaikum.
Shalom. My name is Mohammed from California.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother
The
Ali?
question is, which surah is called the heart of the Quran? A. Surah Yasin, B. Surah Ikhlas, or C. Surah Shams? Surah.
A.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Other
Khudafis, have a nice day. Yes, that is correct. It is A. Surah Yasin. That was a quick recovery from B to A, and A was correct. So, imagine if it was the other way around. Actually, B was correct. That wouldn't be good, but Brother Ali, could you ask our next question?
Now the next question is in Surah Ankabut, sorry. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say has the weakest of homes? A, an ant, B, a spider, or C, a beetle?
If you'd like to call, please have the number on the screen. It's 925-523-3766. So, like I mentioned, arachnophobia is the abnormal fear of spiders. So, if someone has a abnormal fear of spiders, they have arachnophobia.
I'm pretty sure, well, do you know what phobia means?
Fear? I'm not sure.
Fear of.
Yeah, fear of. So arachnid is obviously spider, so
Also.
fear of spiders. So if you like to call in, you could receive this book. This particular book, like I mentioned, is about Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So yes, there's one of the 14 Muslim meanings. So we have caller.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mansour and I'm calling from California.
And would you like to answer a question?
Yeah.
The question is, in Surah Ankabut, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say has the weakest of homes? A, the ant, B, a spider, or C, a beetle?
Be a spider.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa sallam. Thank you for calling.
But
Khuda Hafiz, have a nice day. Yes, that is correct. In Surah Ankabut, which is the surah of the spider, Ankabut, the weakest of homes is B, the home of the spider. So, yes. That is all the time we have left for today. Thank you for everyone who called and participated in our program. Now we're going to do Allahumma kullu alika for, inshallah, the safety and protection of our 12th Imam. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abai fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliyan wa hafidha wa qaidan wa nasira wa dalilan wa ina hatta tuskinahu ardaka tawa wa tumatti'hu fiha tabila rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Once again, thank you for everyone who called and participated in our program. Please join us next time, another exciting episode of Velayat Kids.